Here's the first observation, that rejecting God's leadership will lead to regret. It will lead to regret. They thought a human king would fix their problems, but they ended up in bondage to their own decisions. Proverbs 14:12 says, there is a way that seems right unto a man, but in the end it leads to death. This is a very profound statement that if you take a moment to really think about it, that there are some choices that you and I have made in our lives that if we had to do it all over again, we would have done it differently. Isaiah 30 verse 1 says, woe to the rebellious children who carry out a plan that are not mine. Woe to them who try to carry out a plan that's not mine. We have children that are at one time or another decide that they know better. If you've had children, you know that. Matter of fact, you was a child and you might have been that child that you thought you knew better than your parents, and your parents would finally say, oh, you think you know better? Go ahead. See, we came up in the era that a hard head made a soft what? A hard head makes a soft behind. That's right. And you think you know better. Right? That reminds me of the prodigal son who thought he knew better, that he wanted his inheritance from his father so he could go live his life his way. And he went and he lost all of his money, spending it up on wild living, meaning he was wilding out. And then he found himself with no friends and only pigs to hang out with, because he was eating out of the pigsty with the pigs. And it says that one day he came to his senses. In other words, a light went off. See, some of us, we still need the light to go off. We still sitting in the dark of our situation. We're still sitting in the dark of our circumstance. And we are depressed. We are discouraged. And we fail to turn on the light so that the light of Christ might shine in, so that we can really see where we're at. That's it right there. Some of us, because we are sitting in the dark, don't really understand where we're sitting. We don't really understand where we're at, that we are in a dark place that we were never meant to be in. And it says he came to his senses and said that even the servants, the slaves at his father's house is eating better than him. I'd rather go home and be a slave to my father, and I'll be in a better situation than I'm in right now. And it says that he went home, and when his father, who loved him with an everlasting love, come on, somebody better catch this, who loved him with an everlasting love, saw him from a distance. He didn't wait for his son to get to the house, but it says he began to run towards him. And he didn't run towards him with anger, he ran towards him with love. That he embraced him. He said, my son who was dead is now alive. And he says, we have to celebrate.